In this video, you're going to be watching me, Bell Eagle, pair up with two chess grandmasters in Puzzle vs. Survival mode. Let's get right into it. Okay, we're going to share the screen, so let me know if you see the board.
Yep, I see.
Right. Yep, it's white to move in here.
Okay. Just a second, maybe I can try to... Okay. What to move?
Yeah. The squishy 6 case.
It's mate in 3, right?
I think so. So like it's like a queen b3 sort.
Yeah.
And okay, yeah, queen b3, queen b5, and just rook a8.
Then, yeah. Queen b4 first. Yeah.
Okay. This one. Yeah. Okay. Very good. This one. Taking there or taking there. Probably not taking there.
Probably the first move is automatic. I think I remember this puzzle. This was in the Ultimate Sensei.
Oh, really?
Yep. So I already sort of remember the solution. It's not difficult. So
let's see. So if you go there, they have to go there. If they have to go there, just check they go there. They have to. But there's no more good checks. That's the problem. Huh. That's the problem. Some materials equal.
So at which moment can I suggest something? Because I mean, I don't know, maybe you want to solve it all yourself.
Yeah, so. You can help me.
Oh, okay. I mean, so the idea obviously is the checkmate idea.
Yeah, so idea is to take there, but I don't see the follow-up after king g1. If it's not that, I don't see a way to checkmate.
Yeah, but there is, because the queens are still on the board and you haven't still played queen f6, so there is a still possibility to include the queen.
Ah, see. Include the queen. Okay.
At least when I'm, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe something like this and take there.
Yep, I think so.
Have to take there this queen check.
That's it. I think there's no salvation. I mean, queen f3 is incoming, king f2, queen f3, king g1, rook h1, queen f3 looks like a mate.
Okay.
And if something like king f1, I mean, rook h2, king g1, rook g2, king f1, you just trade the queens and rook b2 at least. If I'm not saying anything else, I just take the piece on b2.
Okay, so we're gonna take that one. We're gonna take this one, and queen d5. Okay, that's done. Woohoo. Okay, we're gonna play black this one. So is jack, so go there doesn't really help.
Yeah, that's a repetition, so we can discard that already.
Yeah, we have to go there, but this is a pass pawn, right? So we can block with the queen, but they can go there.
Yeah, but there is a check.
Oh, there's a check. Oh, yeah, that's true. So maybe queen f2 is to block the check, and this is checkmate if we are allowed to.
So yeah, this is actually also quite easy because there's no even other ideas here. So unless, of course, king f1, I mean, queen f2, you're making sure that queen d1, queen a1 checks and the queen f1. There's a check you spot that, and that's it. I mean, there's either going to be a mate on g2 or h2 or f1. I mean, there's no way that white can hold this. So I think, I mean, sometimes when I'm sitting in these positions, I try to make sure why king f1, why it's not working. But I mean, maybe it's the opposite. Since you already know that queen f2 is correct, so why do you need to make sure that king f1 is not correct?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So there's the matrix. Oh no, there's the matrix.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Just push the pawn.
It's gonna be push a pawn. That's interesting. I thought queen c1, but there's still a check, right?
Yeah, that's a check. just push that pawn.
I think there's, you know, sometimes when I'm solving these puzzles, I'm making the elimination method. So G pawn doesn't move probably, although maybe, yeah, maybe actually it's something like G5.
A G5. Okay.
Theoretically, no. I'm just thinking. I mean, G5, Queen f2, King f2, H takes A3. I think G5 is wrong for the reason of Queen C1 check, Queen f1 takes, H takes, and there's not going to be a mate in the end. So that's the difference.
That's true.
Yeah, I think A3 is just, this is it. I'm not seeing anything else even. I mean, A3 he takes, and that's it.
Okay, so now we do the, yeah, very good. This one. Okay.
And when I'm solving the puzzles, probably you're doing the same, but I'm finding the motive. So the motive, what do you have to do here? So here, I think, again, it's quite easy. You have to win a piece. How do you do that?
So
when you ask the question, the bishop on f4.
This guy's pinned, so how do we put pressure on that? So G5 is not possible, like not helpful because it's pinned. So there's no G5. And not helping. But the knight e6, but they take the knight in the worst case scenario. So what else?
What I want
okay, so they take there's a rook helping. Okay, that makes sense. So knight e6 definitely looks like the Canada move. This is putting this guy all right. So they take the rook is helping the queen.
Yeah, there's nothing. But I wanted to add there is that I noticed you wanted to discard it already. Too quickly. I mean, knight is sort of, I had a feeling you said, okay, this is not working. What else is there? So I wanted to say something and then you spotted it.
Yeah, I forgot the rook was a thing that helps in the FL, but I quickly realized that was a possibility. So yeah, knight e6. Yeah, pawn takes. And we'll
What's your record?
What's my record? 82.
Oh, 82. Okay.
Okay, this one. This one. The bishop's pinned. Is like a checkmate with this one. Queen b1. Queen b1. They have to do bishop c1. I think they take their queen d1. But
I think either you have to checkmate or give a perpetual.
Oh, okay.
But it's easy because you have to get everything with checks. Check. So the king is exposed. There's no way your king is gonna walk and live to tell the tale. So
yeah. So just tune that one. They have to go there, take there, and they go queen d1. But we just do, well, if they go there, they have king f1. That's the problem. Maybe not because of, queen h3, maybe, just said.
Wait a second, but why don't you want to just trade the queens?
Oh, trade the queens? Okay, because material count wise, we're gonna be down material. Okay, the rook is the rook is hanging. I forgot that was a problem because the queen is connected to that rook. Oh, that's
I think
true.
queen b1 is just killing the game right there. So there's nothing else. No bishop d1 or king f2.
Yeah,
take everything. And strange puzzle, really. I mean, what?
We can't take the queen.
I'm sorry. What was the mistake again?
The queen takes e1.
What?
Apparently, it was a mistake. I should have not played this so fast.
No, wait. Where's the mistake? I don't follow. So queen b1, bishop c1, queen c1. So what we are missing there? Queen d1.
Just
mistake.
And they said X is not right.
Oh, come on. I mean, this is 3 pawns.
So yeah, it's like I was thinking
unless it's
winning.
a mate in 3 something. I mean, you should report this as a bad puzzle. Wait a second. Are we missing something?
Yeah.
Queen b1, bishop c1, just take. There's no bishop e2.
Yeah.
There is no king f2. I mean, the only move is queen d1. You just take on d1.
Yeah.
So he has to take with the king.
Yeah.
And there's even a fork on f2. What is this? I mean, it's just 3 pawns. I mean,
Yeah. Apparently
just king a7.
yeah.
There's strange. I mean, this is not our fault. I mean, I say this. I'm not even calculating anything else. I mean, maybe there is something like mate in 3 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Queen b1, bishop c1, and maybe it's automatic mate.
Maybe there's some checkmate.
Something rook e2, king e2, queen e4 check. But why bother? No, nobody is calculating this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Strange, so strange.
Yeah. I'll just report it for sure. But how do you report puzzles on chess.com?
I think you finish when you finish the session. There you go to the analysis or this puzzle. It's separate in the separate window. I actually hate this stuff that you can do it in the middle of the session.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I would love to revisit. Yeah, tell my audience, for example, why it's so wrong, etc.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And now you just cannot even revisit. So strange.
Yeah. Oh well, but it's only on one strike.
Yeah, but this is undeserved totally. I remember I once had the same. I was solving a puzzle, and I took just two extra pawns.
Mm-hmm.
No compensation, healthy pawns, easily winning. Computer says plus 2.5. Whatever. I mean, just easily winning. No, it failed because I was supposed to checkmate in 3.
So
I noticed those 2 pawns. That's it. I'm done. I mean, I'm not calculating anything.
Mm-hmm.
There's mate in 3. Okay.
Yeah, frustrating for sure. So coming to this one, we have a hanging rook. The king is exposed. The knight is pinned. Let's see. The bishop can't be developed without the knight moving. We can't move but they can't move the knight. So maybe there's something that let's see, where is the checkmate? Seems like there's a checkmate here, but if I do this one, like for example, forcing moves.
I don't think there's a checkmate. I think you have to win material.
Oh, okay.
How do you checkmate? There's always going to be rook d to something. You're never going to checkmate. I think the idea is you somehow win the rook on h1. Somehow, some smart tricky order of the moves, but I don't see it yet, by the way.
Okay, so let's see. Take there. Maybe we don't want to trade.
You already found it, I think.
Okay, this one. Where to put the queen, d3, then go back to e1, but then what?
No, you have to win the rook on h1.
Oh, okay, win the rook. Oh, yes. Okay, so win the rook. In that case, take there. Let's see, to win the rook on h1, we have to... We can take the bishop. They have to take queen takes there, but the rook can go to e1 in safety. That doesn't win the rook.
The last move is not correct, but the idea was right.
Okay, this one. You said this one is right, not right? Okay. In that case.
No, it's right, but
I'm
already spoiling you too much already there.
Oh, okay. So if it's not that, we're gonna try to win the rook some way. Oh, okay. This one. Skewer. Okay, we got it. Hopefully not gonna get an X this time.
No, it's come on.
Yay. Okay. Check there. Knight g3. Check. The king has to go to f2. Maybe not so helpful.
There's at least a draw. At least. I see queen h3, queen g4, knight g3. At least a draw. I mean, sorry. Queen h3, king g1, queen g4, king h2, queen h5. Check. A lot of checks. At least a draw. You're not risking anything.
Okay, so they go there. We go queen g4. And if I go king h2, Then we can go queen h5 back, and they're gonna be like checkmated. Well, no, they have to go back. They have to go back. Yeah. So it's basically queen h3 is a perpetual. Looks like.
Oh, wait, but there's probably more.
Probably more.
I don't know.
So they have to go there. If this one, they can go back there, but I can do this queen h3 thing again. But they can go either way, this way or this way. But either one, I'll do queen h5. But they have to go back to g1, and I go back to g4, and this is a loop. They can't break out of it unless if they want to lose the queen.
To be honest, it doesn't strike me as a position where you have to force a draw, because the king is in the mating net somehow. So
okay,
maybe I'm wrong. I mean, I would mention, I did mention this. The reason is that I see there's at least a draw, but I don't think you have to do it.
I see. We want to find a mating net for this one
somehow.
Okay, let's see if I go, for example, here.
I think I already see it. I think I see it.
They have to go there. If I go there, check. They have to move the king to f2.
Yeah.
In that case, we can go queen h4. The king has to go to f1, and we can do knight g3 check. The king has to go to f2. And we have some discovery like knight e2 check and win the queen, right?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, we're gonna do queen h1 and queen h. I want to make sure queen h3, king f2, queen h4, knight g3. Okay, I'll take the queen.
Okay.
Very good. Okay. They're trying to trick us a little bit.
I'm not really following what's the purpose of this puzzle.
That's probably a checkmate.
Why don't we just take the queen? Is it not enough?
If we go there, oh yeah, we win the queen with a check. But yeah,
97 maybe it's gonna say it's not enough. It's 3 pieces for the queen.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think it really helps to make some elimination method. So you can try to eliminate everything else. So something like other checks. You have to give checks, probably because there's going to be queen g7. So queen g6, queen g7, no more checks. No e6, no e8, no h8, no nothing. So queen h8 is automatic. There's nothing else. After king f7,
they can take the rook or rook h7.
Yeah, maybe just take the rook and that's it. So when I'm looking at this puzzle, I think I recognize a bait. I think the bait is rook h7. They want you to make to play rook h7. Although, wait a second. Wait a second. It's actually easy. You take the no. You give a check, rook h7, and then take on c8 with the check.
Oh, okay. So rook h7 and take only then if they go to. Oh, yep. I have a no person. So, Steven, the other GM. So you can join the fun. Hello, Steven.
Hey, Matt. How are you?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yep, just fine.
All right, perfect. And hopefully you can see the shared screen that I showed.
Yep.
All right. In this puzzle, it's white to move in one, and we calculate this one. The king has to go there. Rook s7, king e6, but only then we don't take queen, but we take the rook on c8 with check.
Right. Yeah.
This is very important, like a detail. So take there, just check on there, and we'll do this check. Okay, very good. Okay, this one. This is okay.
This looks familiar somewhere.
I do agree.
I think I've solved it already.
There's a game that's similar to this one, but
I know the solution, so I'm not gonna say anything. Should I? I mean, I just remember. I remember this. So unfortunately, chess.com does this. I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I have it. It's so. I mean, I first thought it was to trap the queen, but you can't quite do that without your rook. So something like knight c3, queen b2, and then queen d6 comes to mind.
Yeah, to save the knight.
Then black does have something like queen c1, knight d1, king d8. Oh no! So after queen c1, you go king e2. He takes. No, but then queen c2, knight d2, king d8. Trade.
I think there's also this idea that we have to watch out for black not to sacrifice the queen for some pieces because we're missing quite a lot of material already. So an exchange and 2 pawns.
Right. So queen d6, queen b1, queen b4 is no good. Yeah, but knight c3 I'm almost certain of. And queen b2, queen d6, queen c1, king e2, queen c2, queen d2, king d8. Oh, we could do something like bishop d3 there and just kick the queen. And after queen b2, we're checkmating black.
I see.
Yeah, I think there's more than one checkmate there, but that's correct. Yeah.
Okay, but it's like a matter of which checkmate is better. It's like a matter of that.
Well, if there's multiple forced checkmates, I think chess.com will just end the puzzle before then.
Probably. Okay, so we're gonna do knight c3.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna sacrifice on b4, the queen. I mean, knight c3, queen b4, queen b4, and stops, something like that. Sorry, queen d6 and queen b4.
Yeah, queen d6. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Chess.com likes to do that. I mean, because the computer's worked out that everything's even worse after queen c1, even if it's
so typical of chess.com. So
yeah. So I want to let you know, Steven, before you went on, Arturs and I saw we got wrong a puzzle that we saw we thought for certain. I'll just move this. We thought for certain this is so simple, and we just did this. If you look at the little board, we did queen b1, bishop c1, queen takes c1, queen d1, queen takes d1, and they said it's wrong.
No, you're winning, but yeah, rook takes e2 is forced mate. So that after queen d1, rook takes e2, and queen e3 f2.
Ah.
Where's the mate?
Yeah, that's so after your line. I mean, your line's correct, but when white plays queen d1 and your queen's on c1, rook takes e2, king takes e2, queen e3.
Queen what?
So rook takes e2, king takes e2, queen e3, king f1, queen f2. At the end of your line.
So instead of taking the queen, they take the rook on e2. The king takes, and
right.
Queen,
so I mean,
yeah.
Queen. So the whole line is queen b1, bishop c1, queen c1, queen d1, rook takes e2, king takes e2, queen e3, king f1, queen f2 mate.
Yeah, this is yeah. I mean, I didn't even notice, Matt, at which moment your puzzle stopped because I just stopped it. Yeah, there's this mate. Yeah, that's the point. I think that's a bad puzzle again.
Yeah, because taking d1 is completely winning amongst other moves.
You don't have to do that. I mean, right? But okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, there's simple mate. This is what I told you. I mean, maybe there was a mate in 3 or 2 or something. I had the impression actually the puzzle stopped after queen c1. This is why I was so surprised. Why queen c1 puzzle stops. So.
All right, this one. I would not dare taking d4 and having an unleash of a discovery.
Right, yeah. I mean, knight d4, knight d4, rook knight d4, rook d4, rook d4, knight g3.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Although actually we have rook d8 at the end.
No, but I think the point is here, there's nothing else. I mean, either you take on d4 or what do you do here?
So. Yeah, I was trying to make f3 work because, like you said, there's nothing else. But
f3, yeah, f3 might be possible. Although knight c5.
Yeah, knight c5, it's too slow. I mean, even after FG, that's probably pretty good for white, but it's not. It's not the solution to a tactic.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe actually the line is like this. I mean, take on d4 with the knight, takes knight g3, king d1, and then it's asking, do you see the check on d8 and queen c3 check in the end? So I'm guessing. So
Yeah,
again, yeah. I think the line is knight d4, rook d4, rook d4, knight g3, king d1, knight f1, rook d8 check, king g7, queen c3. So maybe there's something else, but with the knight on f1, I don't see how it's generating any threats to you. No checkmate ideas, no nothing. So, but I mean, maybe black is not obliged to sacrifice on d4. So,
Right. That's the only thing that I could think of. But so he moves the queen, but then there's knight e6.
Yeah, knight e6. Yeah. So he has to. Probably he has to. Take. And what other discovered checks there are? None. I mean, knight c3 check is just king d2, right? Queen e2 check, king c3. There's nothing. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 94. There's nothing else. I mean, other than this.
Yeah, exactly.
94.
You can solve quite a few chess.com puzzles with this fact.
Yeah. This is what actually, when I'm streaming, I'm reminding my audience, it's either this or nothing else, because in an actual game when you're playing, you don't know that there's a solution. you know there's a solution, so it's so easy. So either this or nothing, I mean.
So yeah, take a rook, 94.
Yeah, I mean, there's in for a, well, that's not the right saying, but yeah, once you've started the tactic, you have to go through with it.
Yeah, I agree. All right, this one. We have an extra knight, but they have a double up in the second rank in the rook thing. Let's see. There's no help for that.
It's an idea, but yeah, threatening mate.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's something rook c6, queen c7, but I'm not sure if we even need that. I mean,
yeah, the problem there is after king a8, I was having a hard time reinforcing the attack.
yeah, probably. I mean, rook c5, rook a5, some ideas might be also there. I mean,
so what does, I mean, after rook a5, rook c5, what does black do? I guess there's rook h8. No, then queen c7. Game is over.
yeah.
So at a b6, just rook c6.
Yeah, so the main threat is rook a5, queen d8. So there is a threat.
Mm-hmm. I like this one for first move.
Yeah, and I'm not seeing a good response.
Yeah.
I mean, b6 seems like the best way to avoid mate, but of course that's lost after rook c6.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, there are quite a lot of times chess.com makes these puzzles that you have to make the automatic move first, and then comes the real puzzle. So this is why I'm not even paying too much attention to the first move. I see it's working, so, and then comes the real move. I mean, the real puzzle.
I see. I agree. That's a common theme for a lot of puzzles. But yeah, rook c5. I don't see any defense.
That's correct. That's correct.
Yeah. Okay. One move.
Yeah.
Because after b6, queen c7, queen d7, rook c6 all win.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
this one I've done before, not too long ago, actually.
Ah. Let's see.
Oh,
like,
it's nice.
Yeah, if it distract the
I see it
bishop.
correctly. It's nice.
This is why you develop your knights before your queen in the Smith-Morra.
See. So is it something like this? So it's Smith-Morra thematic move. Taking the queen, knight c7 mate threats. Right? Or am I just totally crazy?
No, it seems to be correct. I mean, I'm just guessing. It didn't calculate too much. I mean, knight d5, he takes queen d5 seems to be working, but there's some f6. I don't know what's happening there. So, but there should be something. I mean,
f6. We can take the queen, right?
No. Knight d5, he takes queen d5, f6. I'm not seeing the mate right away. So there should be something. I mean, the logic dictates.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's wrong, but
This is correct.
Yeah, it feels correct. With some ideas of rook c8 mate.
Yeah, I thought about this for a while when I was doing it too, because after f6, the idea, I believe, is just queen f7 and bishop e3. You just save the bishop with tempo, and the attack is crushing.
Mm. Yeah, although it's not really clear where this mate still. I mean, bishop e3, queen a5, but probably something like rook f to d1 should be there. I mean, or maybe queen e. No, there's no queen e6. Okay, rook f to d1, then queen e6, bishop b6 maybe, but there's nothing else, right? Instead of knight e5.
I don't know if there's like a credible way to distract this bishop and have the rook. Well, like the rook is blocked by the knight, so like I would dream a scenario. The bishop is distracted somewhere, but this rook c8, but it's like only just scenario, but it's not forced. But it's like probably something that is not really credible. Just relies, but knight d5 is just take the knight. So it's just looking at this line. This one, take there, f6.
No, not e takes. Why e takes?
Oh, okay. So there, and then what do we do?
Take the queen.
Take the queen.
Yeah.
There's your way to distract the bishop.
Ah, that's this scenario I was talking about. So yeah, for sure. So it's mating threat. Well, not really. Yeah, mating threat. So there's a problem for him. So how does he defend?
I mean, we were discussing this f6, the queen f7, king d8, and I didn't see the mate, but I thought there should be something. Yeah, bishop e3 makes sense, really, but maybe there's more than one victory. Like rook f to d1 even. F takes knight g5, knight e6 is incoming, so
yeah,
there should be something.
Yeah, as I recall, it actually stops. It doesn't even make you play out this f6 line. It plays something like, I think it might even just play bishop d5. It might even just give you the mate.
So for sure it was knight d5. Okay, we're gonna do queen takes there.
Well, it does do f6, and then so you do have to do queen f7.
Okay, we do this.
So it's
it plays on.
So it's not more than one victory here.
Yeah, as I recall, it was just bishop e3, which makes sense to me. But so rook f d1, what does black actually do?
To take the bishop.
Then knight takes g5.
Maybe the point is he's ready to sacrifice the queen on e6 and some 3 pieces, but something like that. But although rook f to d1 is still not creating a single threat. I mean, there's still no threat. So of course we activate the rook, but there's no checkmate threat. So bishop e3 forces the hand. So bishop b6 might be already.
Yeah.
It forces the queen to a bad square too. So it's a useful tempo move, I think.
So yeah, maybe this one is.
Yeah, bishop e3 cannot be wrong. It just cannot be wrong. I mean...
Oh, they take this one. I'll take that.
I didn't remember it doing that, but yeah. The computer move, I guess.
I mean, I hate when the computer does this. I mean, I calculate so many beautiful lines and just make some random second move.
All your lines are right, so I'm just gonna give up my queen.
Just for the sake of the learning curve, I mean, it should make this most expected second move, but no. I mean,
Right.
It's not many ideas. It's either sacrifices on c4, some rook d1, or winning the queen on f7 somehow. I'm not seeing even any other ideas here.
Right.
So this one is catching my eye, but they could just move the queen away, right?
So maybe double take on c4, rook d1, and presumably there is no...
But then queen f7?
It's a very valid point, but I mean, just try to...
Yeah, but there's not much else, I agree. Yeah, this is one of those rare problems where if I saw this in a game, I wouldn't be confident White is winning at first. We really need a knight for c5, but absent that, it's the queen we're gonna have to. Oh, so actually, if we go queen f3, if we just go queen f3, what is Black doing? Knight e5, bishop a6, king a6.
Knight e5, then what, Steven?
Then bishop takes a6. King
Okay,
takes
check.
a6.
Yeah.
But why don't we change the order of the moves? Start with bishop c4, then queen f3. Maybe this is possible.
Oh, yes. I like that because then after king a6, you just throw in rook f7 first.
There might
that looks very strong.
There might be also some idea of bishop e7. I mean, bishop c4, queen f3, queen d6, rook f7, king a6, bishop e7, and we take control of the a3 square. That feels to be winning. Unless, of course, Black is gonna cook up a defense somehow. but how to stop rook f7? Yeah, that's.
Let's say if they go, for example, they can't stop rook f7, but let's say in theory, just so they go king c8, and if they go rook f7, and they just move the queen, like for example, queen e8.
I mean, that holds on to everything for now, but that position
it's lost,
can't be tolerable for Black. Like queen f4, e5, queen f5.
I see.
Queen f4, e5, queen f6, actually. No, sorry, queen f5 is check. King's not on b8 yet. Queen f5, then queen f6.
Unless, of course, somehow queen f3 we immediately works better, then I think it's bishop c4 and queen f3. I mean, queen f3 allows knight d6 as well, by the way. So queen f3, knight d6, bishop a6,
right.
king d6, and there's nothing. So
is there any merit for this one?
But
the downside to that is then Black can play rook f8. That's why I wanted to go f3.
Yeah, that's true. Forgot.
Yeah, but this idea of taking on c4 first looks very, very strong.
Okay.
Even outside of calculation, just on principle, Black's position is so open, and he can't stop rook f7.
Okay. Queen 3. Oh.
Yeah, there's the computer move. Bishop b2.
Exactly.
And imagine you would play queen e2 and that's a fail. It's like checkmate in 7, right?
In games.
Yeah, I mean, so to win, our king's going to have to take control of some light squares. Like, we're going to need our king on d5 or such. Otherwise, the pawns can't get through.
Something like that.
So check, king b6, king d4. Looks like king g3, king d5.
Could it be some kind of a study? I mean, I don't think this is a study, but I'm very cautious when getting endgames because there's so many endgame studies. You can already discard the normal moves and you look something crazy first. So
could be.
But bishop b5 looks like the main first move, but if it's a study, maybe the first main move is not correct.
I think it's
possible. So
bishop a7 doesn't work. There's knight d6, right? I wanted to play bishop a7, king d4, king d5, but so that b6 is already with some mate ideas. But there's knight d6 as far as I can see.
Yeah.
Right.
But bishop e5 doesn't allow knight d6. Oh, they do that, knight's pinned. At least.
Right, and then king d4 wins.
Yeah, maybe that's the idea. First you give a check, bishop e5, then king d4, and then bishop d4 go back, and you reach the same position.
Yeah.
Right, bishop back to d4 with check will stop the g-pawns. Yeah, I mean, the bishop on e5 too is perfectly placed to stop the knight. c3 and d6 are covered. So, I mean, bishop e5, king King b6 is forced. King d4. And then what does black do? G3, king d5. G2, bishop d4 is winning.
I think this is it. It's not a
check. Yeah.
King d4. I mean, after something like knight c5, we just take on d5 anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the system is going to play something like, knight c5. What did you say about knight c5? Bishop e5, king b6, king d4, knight c5?
Okay, so bishop b5, king b6, king d4, knight c5. Then I just want to take on d5. And the knight doesn't actually really have any great squares.
Yeah, probably.
Actually, anywhere the knight goes, like a4, b3, or d3, just bishop d4 in all cases.
It's still something like knight a4. Yeah, it's winning probably. Bishop d4, check, king c7. I'm still not seeing the win, by the way. I mean, it should be.
Well, you just go and grab the g-pawns, right? Because the knight is completely tied down, and so is the king. Yeah, it's not an immediate. Well, it's not right. It's not an immediate win, but you can literally just march, take your king to g3, and take both pawns, and black has no counterplay.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, because you can always go to the pawn endgame, right? Yeah, I think it's going to be like this. I mean, since it's puzzle 53 already, so definitely the computer is going to play knight c5. But the first moves are automatic.
There's a lack of alternatives.
Yeah.
You can't push the pawns yet, so there's not really any other winning attempt but to go bring your king up to support the pawns.
Oh, g3, okay.
So we take there on d5, and bishop b4 later afterwards.
Right.
Yeah, there's just no other move here. So
yeah, bishop b4.
And now just don't
c7. Yeah, don't don't take the knight. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
I'll take the queen. Okay.
Oh, so
what is this?
So we want to take the rook. I think the white's trick is knight f5. And then I think the sneaky move is you actually, bishop e3 fails to king f1, so you have to play queen e3.
Mm-hmm. Probably. And there's bishop d5 in there. Again, this is easy puzzle, because if you don't play bishop d2, what do you do here? I mean, what are you doing here? So, wait a second, unless... okay, bishop g6 is impossible, so I thought to be smart, but make some Zwischenzug first, but...
Yeah, I mean, well, bishop e6, rook e6 is not unthinkable. What does white actually do in those lines?
Then what? I mean, bishop
bishop g6, bishop e6, rook e6.
And queen e6?
Bishop f7.
Bishop f7.
Oh, probably just queen e5 and knight f5 again. Or queen... Yeah, okay. I mean, it's not really improving things for you, so that makes sense. Yeah, but bishop d2, knight f5 is white's whole idea. And then bishop e3, king f1, and you have no follow-up. Right, white's threatening to checkmate, so you have to go queen e3. So after king f1, there's queen e2. And if knight e3, bishop e3, there's no good square for the king.
Yep, seems to be correct.
So we're looking at this move first. So the line is this one, right?
Yeah, so that, and then knight f5 is white's idea.
Knight f5.
The puzzle is going to ask you, are you seeing queen e3? That's all about, I mean, the move queen e3.
Okay. So black would play queen e3 then?
Yep.
Because bishop e3 is a mistake, probably. I mean...
Yeah. That sounds like chess.com. So then we go, the king moves and we take the rook, and we have like two bishops and two queens, two rooks versus a queen and bishop, and we're just good enough.
That would actually be winning too, but even stronger, wherever the king goes, you can actually win white's queen after bishop takes e3 check. Because if it goes to g2 or h1, you have bishop d5 check. And if it goes to f1, you can move it and take on a2, for example. And you've got this pin.
That's true. So I'll take this one. Okay, now we're going to do the queen e3 move.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to do the bishop c3 move, or e3 move. Okay, done. Check the king.
I've seen this. But I don't
I mean,
know.
just process of elimination. King c5 and king d5 lose pretty quickly from what I'm seeing. So king d3 is forced. And then the question is, after rook d8, how do you win with a pinned queen, if I have to guess?
Is it discovery, maybe? That helps?
Yeah, which discovery is the key?
Maybe check and block.
Oh, you have... Yeah, check. I was thinking bishop f5 to play bishop d7.
Oh,
Bishop
okay.
d4 to play bishop d5 is also an idea, though.
I think actually that is the correct solution as far as I remember, because there were some bait continuations, something like bishop f7, which I remember they're not working. So
yeah, because after king f7, rook g7, king f8, the queen being pinned just destroys everything.
Mm-hmm.
So king d3 is easy. There's nothing else. So unless you want to get mated.
No.
Yeah, now the question is why, because at the moment, actually, both of them look winning. So one of them is not winning, but which one and why? Like bishop f5, d7, and bishop b4, d5 both look winning at the moment.
So if I go there, check, they have to go there. Bishop d5, blocking. And the threat is, well...
Queen g7 will mate, for example.
Yeah, that is the difference, that you can have the queen g7, queen f7 mate idea. I think so. So bishop on d7 is not contributing anything.
Okay.
But why is that not winning? Because you're up a piece and your attack is still strong.
All right.
I'm not seeing why that wouldn't be winning, though.
I'm sure just that con will find 0.8 advantage for white. And it's not winning. I know how it works. So.
So I like this line. Personally.
Yeah, I like it too. I like both lines. It's the only problem.
Yeah, if they go
I think
there.
bishop d5 is just superior, yeah, because of this queen g7. So
Yeah.
so bishop d7 looks just slightly weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this one. This one. Okay, I'll take the free.
Yeah, I mean, black's getting mated after anything else, so that's why he gives up the rook.
Yeah. Okay, this one. I think I've seen this one before. The king exposed.
Bishop c5 automatic, no?
Yeah, it looks crushing.
Yeah,
He's taking his mate, and king c7, queen a5 looks terrifying for black.
Mm-hmm. So if they go king c7, you said.
So queen a5, force him to the back rank.
Okay, so if they go king d8, for example.
No, he can't.
Oh,
he has
okay,
to go
okay.
he has to go to c8, and then bishop d6, for example. And I don't see how black defends. Well, okay, you can move the bishop. Actually, it's not quite so simple. You can move the bishop, but then queen a8, queen b7. Yeah, that has to be winning.
Okay.
And if it takes,
we have material advantage, right? This is material equality. So we just take the pawn. If he doesn't take, we don't care. I mean,
right.
So we don't have to checkmate.
Hang on, though. So if takes king, wait. So after king c5, what is the actual win now?
Queen a3.
Queen a3.
King b6.
c5.
Oh, the rook comes. The rook can come in. I forgot about that. But still, where's the? Oh yeah, queen d6. Queen d6, and then the rook comes into a2.
Queen d6. Ah, and retreat with the bishop. Okay. Yeah.
Oh wait, no. What am I saying? The bishop's not.
No, but you can remove the bishop somehow. I mean, I think the engine is gonna stop it there. So after queen a3, that's it. I'm gonna say this is it. Because can you really imagine this is not winning with all of those pieces on the king side? Queen h5, knight h4, knight g5. They're not just participating in the game at all. So
I agree. That looks winning, and bishop c5 certainly looks. Oh, actually, yeah. After. Oh, only one move. I mean, queen a6 actually looks very tempting. Yeah, queen a6 actually.
Okay. So let's say the double.
And then our knight comes in. Our knight comes in.
Oh, okay. There's the mate. That's true.
I didn't even notice there's a knight.
Yeah, it's a checkmate in one. Right.
Yeah, queen a6 looks very good actually.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, black can do knight e4, and but that just stalls. That doesn't even really help him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We can
I'm
take
just
back
looking
the
for
pawn.
moves.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, rook b3 delays the mate, but there goes most of black's material advantage, and the attack is still extremely strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, although it gives access for black to play king d4, but okay, I mean, we are not really concerned about that. So.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't believe that this position is not winning after queen a3. I refuse. Just, I mean,
Yeah, that also looks extremely strong, but
yeah,
more complicated.
Queen a3, king b6, for example, the same queen d6, bishop f1 looks almost crushing.
Maybe black has bishop a4 there, some trick like that.
No,
but
there would be 3 check. I see. Yeah, maybe.
I mean, black also only has an exchange, so it's not. Or what am I? No, black does not. Black has a rook and a piece, so actually, yeah, that is a problem. Yeah, like bishop a4, rook b3, and queen e8, for instance. And black's king is very weak, but we don't have much material to go off.
Yeah, and maybe I was thinking the second alternative, queen a3 check, king b6, c5, king c7, d6, but king b8, bishop a6, we're just too slow, probably. Yeah. There's going to be some knight f3, knight e4 incoming. So
yeah, I mean, it's like the bishop f5, d7. Just play the simpler line. Yeah, because after queen a6, I don't actually see how black avoids mate for more than a little while. Like rook b3 is probably the best try, but after king takes.
It's still the threat of main one. There's no knight e4 check on top of that.
Yeah, knight e4, fe4 doesn't help black. Yeah. And queen e2 again, black's just throwing away material and not helping his king.
Yeah, I was saying that if they go rook b3 there, we're still there. There's no knight e4. Just try to check. There's not king there. They can do the check, but we can just do the king over to c3 again. No problem.
But he can yet another time sacrifice your rook on b3.
Yeah, but then we just so we go there. I agree with Steven that I don't see a defense. Oh, okay. They did the plan. Oh, very good. Very good. We're down a rook. Well, it's exchange rather.
I believe I've done this one before.
It's either queen d4 or nothing else. Is it?
Well, taking, yeah, it's too slow. I think you have to set up some way to.
So obviously you have to play for the checkmate and try to capture the queen. So wait a second, queen d4 is queens. What I'm talking about there. Maybe b4?
Sorry, b4.
Yeah, there's not too many alternatives. Knight takes. Queen d3, g6.
I think it's all about smart order the move. So b4, queen d3, then bishop b3. So the idea is somewhere there. Otherwise, I mean, what else do we do here?
Bishop b3. Okay, in that sense, they have to go queen a1.
Yeah, but then what's...
But then we can go, we can do bishop d2. The rook is helping to trap up the queen, right?
Problem is then the queen escapes through the diagonal. So queen f6, for example.
Okay, I see. That's true.
I was hoping not to allow the queen to a1 like that. But it's easier said than done.
I mean, bishop b3 already doesn't work for a simple... I mean, b4, knight a4, bishop b3 is simply knight c3, right? So we can already discard that. So it has to be queen d3. b4, queen, knight a4, queen d3, whatever, g6, and now we think very hard.
The knight on a4 is actually very annoying.
And you can return to c5 at any moment.
Should be easy. I mean, there's not many options. There's the entire king side is not playing, so it's something at the queen side.
Mm.
Maybe we have the time to play the quiet move bishop d2.
Okay, bishop d2.
No, not right now. After b4, knight a4, queen d3, g6, and bishop d2. So the idea, if he's going to play something like knight b2, queen d4, knight c4, bishop c3, although, well, yeah, there's knight e5.
Knight e5. I was looking for a similar quiet idea, something like, I don't know, it doesn't quite work either though. I was looking at something like queen d3, g6, bishop b3, queen a1, and then queen c2.
Come again? What was the entire line?
So b4, knight takes a4, queen d3, g6, bishop b3, queen a1, and now queen c2.
Yeah, that looks good. Is it forced? So the threat is bishop d2, bishop a4. We want to win some material. Although I don't know what happens after queen a3. I mean, I presume there's something.
Right. Yeah, I wonder, can we almost... Actually, after queen a1, can we go bishop? How strong is going bishop d2 after queen a1? And then just take on a4 and go bishop c3. So I mean, bishop d2, say actually the queen I guess goes to d7, g7 or something like that. Takes a4, rook a4, bishop c3, f6. Yeah, that's not too convincing.
Okay, the simple elimination method. It has to be b4, right? Just because we know it's a puzzle. You cannot do that in an actual game, of course, but. And after knight a4, queen d3 has to be played. Because bishop b3 is knight c3. So first two moves seems to be automatic. And the question is, what do we do after g6? But okay, I mean, this is wrong when training for an actual game. What was wrong again with the line of b4, knight a4, queen d3, g6, bishop b3, queen a1, and queen c2. I'm having some ideas just to take on a4, then play queen c3, bishop b2, and just mate.
So let's say, because
I'm sorry?
I'm thinking, so you're also, yeah, so what does black play, first of all? I guess, let's just say rook d8, just for the sake of it, and then if bishop a4, queen a4, queen c3.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we're down a good amount of, we're down an exchange, so what if black even just runs, say, king f...
King e8 something, but...
Right.
But I'm sure we have some time, because black is pretty much paralyzed. He can do nothing. Unless, of course, maybe it's something like b5. So b4, knight a4, queen d3, g6, bishop b3, queen a1, queen c2, b5. I have the idea to play knight b6.
Well, with that, even knight b6, there's bishop b2.
Yeah, there's bishop b2. So b5 solves nothing, so c takes. Maybe this is it. I mean,
it looks the strongest. It looks like the strongest idea to me, although I still don't see exactly how it wins. But yeah, puzzle strategy. I think it's got to be.
Yeah, basically pure intuition. We're gonna go b4, right?
Right.
And let's go. Oh,
Nope. What else is that?
apparently b4 was wrong.
maybe.
Oh, it's just it's queen d2. Because you're threatening bishop h7, and then you just go queen c3, bishop b2. I completely forgot queen d2 threatens bishop takes h7 check.
It's my fault. I said b4 is automatic. Yeah, queen d2. I mean, this is typical. When you make a move, you immediately see the solution.
Mm-hmm. Queen to g3 to save the bishop.
Well, queen g4 is a problem.
Oh, forgot that was the thing.
So queen e6 looks the most tempting.
Yeah.
I mean, if black ever plays queen g4, the rook ending is completely winning. If black attacks our queen from e8, like a rook a8, then rook a5 is key in between move.
But queen e6 allows any rook f6, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I want rook a5 again.
Oh. And immediately queen c4 is rook f4, right? Yeah, okay, that's the difference. That looks actually good. So h takes is out of the question. I mean, queen g4 should be winning. Exposed king, we have 2 pawns. So black has to attack the queen. Either rook e8 or rook f6.
Yeah, let's say rook f6.
Now rook a5 solves every single time. So rook a5, queen a5, b takes, we just win. The queen is protected on e6. And h takes, queen g4 always works. So, unless, of course, there's going to be some quiet move as queen e6, rook f6, rook a5, and some queen
g6 maybe?
Yeah, maybe that.
So queen g6, then probably something, nothing fancy, just say queen e4. Just with these pawns, the endgames are all completely winning.
Yeah. And something like h takes, you can always play simply king g3. Yeah, it seems to be. So again, then the puzzle is asking you, do you see rook a5? So so the bishop gonna go. Queen c4 is wrong. I think that's it.
we're gonna do queen e6 or something else.
There's nothing else. I mean, maybe rook g1, but
Hmm.
rook
Yeah,
g1
rook g1 would be worth considering, but
yeah, but rook g1 is rook f4, and the
Right.
same, even worse. I mean, actually, it's mate already, I think.
Hmm.
you have,
Yeah, rook g1, rook f4,
you have
and
queen e6 there, but again, I don't think there's any reason to do that.
What if they
rook's
go? Yeah, what if they go rook f4 then? Still, transposing a little bit.
Well, queen e6, rook f4. Here we go, rook a5 instead of rook g1.
Oh, rook f5. Forgot it was a defensive resource.
and h takes king g3. Yeah, so
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's this one.
just a second though. There's this check. Yeah, I was wondering why black doesn't take the pawn on b4. Yeah, I missed that again. So queen e6, rook f4, rook a5, queen g4, queen g4, and h takes is impossible because of king g3. I thought rook b4 and black is still alive, but
Mm-hmm.
I just missed. The rook is under attack. I think you
see.
could go safely for it. So there's nothing else.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay. E5 to block rook a5.
Right.
Does this help? Does this help?
The problem is queen f4. I mean, maybe even that's good after king h4. No, but I don't believe in it.
Oh, okay.
Rook a5 anyway is what I want to play.
Okay, rook a5 anyways. So try to take the pawn.
All right, and if black goes rook d8, then the rook can't come to e8 because it's tied down to the pawn. So that's just an improvement.
Mm-hmm.
and rook f6, rook d5 is the same, right? Assuming.
That's the idea, at least.
Mm-hmm. As long as you don't lose the pawn on a6, should be winning.
Mm-hmm.
Queen g6, queen e4. Yeah, because black always has to take on g4 at some point, and then you'll have a check.
Just a second though. Okay, there's always the check. Yeah, I keep missing it. So I thought rook a5, rook e8, rook d5, rook e6, rook g5, h takes. There's always the check. Yeah, you don't eliminate a pawn. Matt, are you not sure?
What about rook e5?
Yeah.
I was thinking about rook a5. Is this like this one? You said that you're going to do rook d5 in response to rook f6, for example.
Right, basically aiming for similar positions.
Okay.
So there still might be this tricky queen g6, but you can always play queen e4. So
Queen e4.
and every single time when black is going to take on g4, you always give a discovered check. So and then you play b5 and you keep those pawns, and that should be winning somehow.
See.
As
So.
long as you don't malander the mate.
So can you guys explain to me again what you do after about, like, for example, rook a d8?
Well, so after that, black. Black doesn't have much of a threat. I suppose rook f4 might be coming next, but even then, rook g1 is winning. So, okay, rook a5, rook d8. What are we actually playing now? And part of me wants to just play, actually, just a7.
Yeah, me too.
Mm-hmm.
Although it's not clear what happens after something like rook f6, queen,
Well,
rook e6. Ah, you just sacrifice the queen
Yeah, queen d8 should be winning.
somehow.
Let's see. That's a little.
Yeah, rook d8. Actually, that's a good defense. I don't think it's gonna happen. This is only puzzle 57. So, but I like a7. a7, rook f6, a8 queen, rook e6.
So what?
Actually, after a7, rook f6, rook d5 should be a strong interposition.
Oh, okay. So rook d5 after rook f6.
Also, yeah.
That's true.
H takes on g. Yeah, and there's king g3 always. Yeah, you don't play queen g4, obviously.
That's good. Looks good. So a7 is the key. All right. So rook a5. Oh, okay, rook a6.
Yeah, there's probably multiple winning moves after rook a8 because it's very slow, even if a7 is the best one.
Yeah, so rook d5.
Yep.
Rook g5. Yeah, okay.
Let's see. So, I mean, there's two big ideas here, I'd say. I mean, white's threatening on g7, so it's either rook c3 or queen a1 immediately. Rook c3, bishop b3 is one idea, but then maybe white has rook takes g7.
Yeah.
But queen a1 looks more direct to me.
Right now?
Yes.
Okay, in that case, let's say king c2.
So after king c2, I was looking at... So there's queen a4 and there's also bishop b3.
I've seen this puzzle, but helps me nothing.
I mean, after rook c3, bc3, bishop b3, rook g7 has to be at least a perpetual. King g7,
King g7, rook d7, and there's always a check, right? No, wait a second. Is there?
Maybe not, I suppose. So that's worth considering.
There's bishop f7 always.
Yeah, but okay, I think this... I think queen a1 is actually very strong because after king c2, bishop b3, king b3, queen d1, king a2 is forced, queen a4, king b1. No, that's not so clear. Yeah, this one just needs more calculation.
So, for my thoughts, like if I take there, if I go this check, they can't do this because of this check. Or you'll check out the rook. So they have to go to c2. Well, let's just put up the arrows again. But if I go there, they go king c2. Is there something like we can incorporate this check?
You mean bishop b3?
Actually, I like this move order because then bishop b3.
Yeah,
The
bishop
b file is open already.
Yeah, so take their queen a1 there, bishop b3. So they take the bishop, then we do rook b8.
Queen d1 first. The rook will get to b8 soon enough.
Queen d1 first.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to go somewhere, the b file or a file.
Right.
Let's say if they go to...
Yeah, that feels there should be a checkmate.
Yeah, let's say they go to a2.
Then queen a4.
Okay. Yeah, okay, queen a4 would be... So maybe it's safer to go queen a3, but there's queen a1 check. That's true. So I'm leaning toward those sacrificing queen a1 for me.
Yeah, actually working it out to mate is not simple, but that attack is very, very strong.
Although, wait a second. What's the problem with simple bishop f5 check?
Oh yeah, because rook d3, you take on c3. And that ends badly for white. Yeah, so that looks simpler. I think bishop b3 is winning also, so I think the computer will do something else. But bishop f5 ends all discussion.
Right now, first move?
No. Take queen a1, then bishop f5. If he plays, he's gonna stop it. Because queen a1, that's it. He's gonna stop.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to take in c3. All right, queen a1. Okay, king d1.
But now rook d8 just wins.
All right, very good. Very good.
Yeah, so it didn't play king c2 because there's multiple solutions. Even though that's a better move if you're actually playing white.
The first move is automatic here, right? I mean, I didn't really...
Yeah, so rook d2 and black can't take. So the question is, what is he going to do? Something like queen g... No, but he can't do that either.
Yeah, rook defense.
So rook there, maybe queen h4 is the trick? Because then if you go rook e2, there's rook g2 with a perpetual. So queen h4 is the issue after rook takes d2. And maybe the key is rook e2? Just maintaining all your ideas.
Still, what happens after rook g2?
Oh, right. Yeah, that doesn't cover threats at all.
But maybe we somehow skip the perpetual with the two rooks in the second rank.
Oh yeah, the king goes to f1, queen f3, rook f2.
Takes, and you don't have to take, yeah. The thing is, I'm not sure how, I mean, pretty sure that's correct. I'm not sure how it's forced. I mean, after rook d2, queen h4, rook 1 to e2, there's even something like quiet king h7. So, but I imagine white is...
Maybe rook d1 there?
Okay, rook d1, yeah, okay. So he has to sacrifice it. So, takes. I mean, rook d2, queen h4, rook 1 to e2, rook g2, king g2, queen g3, king f1, queen f3. Although queen h3 check. What is that? Rook g2.
And then queen h1 is a problem. Queen h1 is a big problem.
But the king has to go f1. I mean, there's nothing else. So queen.
Yeah, I mean, king h1, queen h3 doesn't improve anything. You just have to go to f1 sooner or later. But then, yeah, queen h3, rook g2, queen h1.
King e2.
And the white's actually losing there.
Is it? Ah, okay, yeah. Two rooks are lost.
I mean, if nothing else, after queen h4, we have rook e3, right? And we're up 2 pawns.
Yeah, but I don't think chess.com is going to appreciate it. It's not going to be enough to be a win. So there needs to be a way.
There's probably a way to win the rook and just hold on to the material instead of second it back.
Oh, is it? It's rook d2, rook g2, king g3, or rook g2, king g2, queen g3, king h1. No, but then there's queen h4. That was the problem with that.
I didn't follow your line. However,
for a sec, I was looking at rook d to e2 after queen h4, but rook g2 still works.
So I have a feeling that rook 1 to e2 is simply a mistake. There's
Yeah, I think that's
this queen
the draw.
Yeah.
I mean, but that covered all the natural rook moves then don't work. I mean, maybe it is rook takes e3.
No, but that's not a win, right?
Well, you're just up 2 pawns, right? F takes, queen takes. So it's a winning position. I mean, it's not being up a rook, but
The engines are gonna insist it's 0.8. I'm afraid the king is exposed. It's not a trivial win, so there has to be more.
I mean, our options are limited after queen h4 because both rooks are hanging.
So king f1 is impossible, right?
Yeah, queen h1.
Rook d to e2 is probably...
That's that line I mentioned, rook g2, king g2, queen g3, and after king h1, there's queen h4.
So rook g2, queen e1 said.
I see.
That's always a perpetual e1, h4, e1, h4.
Yeah, that's a very valid point. So rook d to e2 is impossible. Rook d to d1 is impossible. And the rook is under attack.
Yeah, so all the natural rook moves fail.
Yeah, and rook d1, rook e to d1 makes no sense. Rook f1 makes no sense. Yeah, you're right. It's rook e3. There's just nothing else.
Yeah, I mean, the only other thing I can think of is somehow you throw in queen b8 first, but I don't see how that would help stop perpetuals. It doesn't at all.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Yeah, this queen h3 in that line is very important. In the rook e2 lines.
Oh, okay.
So that was a good catch, and that means that white can't go for that. Yeah, but I mean, okay, rook takes d2 again is automatic. There's no other move here.
I imagine the joy the engine would execute a different path. Yeah, rook e3, there's simple, I mean, not simple, but elimination method. So nothing works.
Just take the pawn?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, very good.
Although I wouldn't say that's winning, but...
I mean, it'll take some work, but 2 pawns is 2 pawns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, that discovered check is nasty, but knight f3 is very natural. And then what does black do?
Taking the queen as well. And taking the rook this way. This is tempting for sure.
What is black gonna do after knight f3? I don't really follow.
I don't either. Bishop f3, queen f3 just makes things worse. And apart from that, one of those 2 pieces is falling. Maybe there's something... I was looking for some kind of trick like queen d1, rook g4, but I don't buy it.
Actually, yeah, me neither, but the queen is completely out of the game, so it might be possible.
Maybe it is annoying.
Yeah, so knight f3, queen d1, rook d1, rook g4, rook f1, some bishop a3, or No, that's wrong. It's something like rook e4, maybe. Maybe this is going to be the continuation of the puzzle. So, otherwise, knight f3. What's the point? I mean, unless there's a direct forced win elsewhere, which I don't think.
I like queen h3 a little better than rook f1, so we can that rook coming.
Oh, okay.
Because then after rook e4, we have even just ideas like rook e1. But then, of course, all our pieces are tied down. Yeah, then there's bishop c5. Actually, yeah, things get ugly.
I think you can safely go for knight f3 because there's a lack of alternatives. So.
All right, take the
Goes for this and then just take some.
b2.
Okay.
But I mean, if we just play bishop d4 or king g, okay. Well, there's only one move, so that's actually the tricky part. Because both bishop d4 and king g1 look winning to me.
Well, maybe the problem is bishop d4, rook f2. This problem is we just lose the knight for free.
So, but then bishop f2.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's they can tag backwards. Yeah, so yeah, like your point says, bishop d4 and king g1, but there's like only one answer. But
I mean, it's probably bishop d4 just because king g1, rook c3. Probably somehow those complications are actually okay for black.
yeah,
Yeah, because rook e1, rook e3, bishop c5. That's actually that's bad news for white.
Yeah, maybe also holding on to the c3 pawn is important.
Right.
Block out the rook from attacking this f3 knight again. So I like this one for sure.
Yeah, me too.
All right, very good. So now this one.
What was the last move? King g4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why black played it, but he did. I've done this one before, so I'll shut up.
Let's see. F6.
It's not many moves here. I mean,
Yeah. We can't go e5 because we lose f5 pawn. So f6. The plan is to go e5, e6 to make a pass pawn the score. So let's say if I go f5, king g5. Let's see. Maybe this one, or maybe even do bishop e6. So okay, this one, maybe bishop e7. Defend that one pawn. And somehow we want to go e5, e6.
yeah, but it's going to be king g6.
Oh, king g6, yeah, this would be knowing
So
that.
black positions the king on a6 is just fine.
You
cannot allow the blockade, obviously.
All right, so besides this move, I can only see alternatives about there's no way to stop that because I was thinking about this one, but there's just king there and king there. There's no way to penetrate with the pawns. Okay. No bishop moves. F6 is well, bringing into trouble, but there's no king moves I see, but I'm just completely stuck. What to do besides F6? Maybe it's working. King G5. After King G5, what to do is the question. E5.
Maybe it's just f6, e5, bishop d6, king d4, king c5. That's the best I can think of. Because
Oh yeah, having like a shield to go there. Yeah.
I'm not seeing even any other ideas somehow to smartly push those pawns, because just running out of ideas here.
Yeah, this one, and yeah, just marching the king. There. E6 is all we need. Oh yeah. Okay, so f6 is the move I want to play.
Yeah, this is correct. This idea of the king going after b5.
Okay, e5 to support that pawn. Okay, bishop b6 to shield that pawn. Okay, and now we had to think a little bit. Okay, where to move the king? King d4 looks attractive. So
yeah, you have to go there before black's rook can get to the c file.
Okay. All right, they go there. Just do that anyways. No issues. I don't see what out.
Yep.
Oh, we're good. Okay, attempting lines this one. But there's a one. Probably.
Oh, yeah. I actually failed this one a long time ago.
Oh.
You failed?
So you go queen g4, but the king goes to the f file, and you have to do just the right sequence of follow up, like rook f2, king e7.
So rook f2.
Yeah, because here there's actually a lot. Hang on. Oh, okay.
You can threaten with the queen trade at some moment, right?
Yeah, with the queen g7 ideas.
Or maybe even right away.
Like here, there's a lot of tempting ideas. That's the problem. Like there's several different lines that look winning. The problem is if you start checking like queen g8, rook f7, the king flees to c6, I think, and then queen c8, king d5, for instance.
Well, queen g7, right away we can discard it. Queen h5 seems to be perpetual, at least. I don't know. Queen g5, queen d5. So what happens after queen g8, king, what did you say, king d7? And queen g7 check?
So if king c6.
Rook f6.
King
Hopefully
d5.
it feels like there should be something. But
Yeah,
okay.
king b5.
And some diagonal mate.
Yeah, this is the problem. There's only one way to do this that wins, and there's several that are tempting.
Is queen c8 helpful?
It's also a move.
Yeah.
Yeah, queen c8 is a good move. But probably the good side is you have to do everything with checks, so there's no time for anything else.
You
know, in an actual game, I would probably just play queen g8 and queen h7 and just don't bother. I mean,
that might be it.
Just take the pawn and does it strike to you as an equal position or draw position? Position the queen on g6 with the king exposed. H7 is a threat.
Mm.
What is that? I mean, queen g8, king d7, queen h7 check, king c6, right?
Queen g6.
Queen g6, king b5 something. And we just need to watch out from the rookie to some ideas to force some perpetual. But does it strike as a perpetual to you?
It does not. I mean, that looks very good to me. Whatever I did here failed, so it's...
Maybe the purpose of this puzzle is to torture us. We are seeking for the checkmate, which is not simply there. So, I mean, like I said, in a practical game, I wouldn't just bother. Just take the pawn, because you can always win this game later. But probably I'm wrong.
Yeah, that looks winning to me.
But think about this, Matt, from the vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Does it strike to you as a position which is not winning?
I think there is a way to win.
Or do you think if you seek an alternative way, there's a checkmate in 5? No.
I don't know the numbers, but this black king is so exposed.
Yeah, but the best scenario, you're going to win a queen. So that's the computer's evaluation is going to be something like +5, +5, +6, I don't know. So
Yeah.
if you play queen g8, queen h7, with the king exposed, the h pawn is rolling forward. We don't miss the checkmate on g3, unless of course there's rook e2, but we can calculate that. It's not really that difficult, is it? Queen g8, king d7, queen h7, king c6, queen g6, king b5. I mean, I don't know about king b5, but probably, yeah. King b5 seems to be the only move. Yeah, the only move, because otherwise you just even can play queen g7.
Right.
So king b5 and just play h7. And there's no rook e2, by the way. There's the queen d3 check. I mean, that has to be winning. I mean, so h7, the threat is queen g8. The black king is exposed to many checks.
All right, queen g8 looks like the candidate move.
Unless, of course, there's something much stronger like mate in 5.
But I don't see it.
Queen c8, maybe there is some magical mate in 5, but I don't think this is the kind of position where...
King e7, though? Yeah, the problem is...
King e7 is forced in that line. Then, let's say if they
Queen
go...
f8, king d7, g7, king c6. Okay. Yeah, the king's getting away. Actually, it hides on a2 in some lines.
Okay, I think I'm gonna finish. You'll have to run my stream, but I just want to see how this puzzle is gonna end.
Okay.
No pressure.
So maybe king g8, because queen c8. I like this one because we have a pass pawn and deal with check.
If you don't have a mate, you could do much worse than getting a past h6 pawn.
Yeah. So I'm really tempted to do this one, saying, oh, I have a pass pawn, so we have maybe some ways to trade off queens, and then we win the game.
I mean, if it's wrong, just don't blame yourself so hard, because this is what every GM would play. Just a safe move. You keep control.
I'm gonna go for the queen g8 move. All right, that's good. So queen h7
has to be.
All right, now queen g6, okay. I think.
King d6 I didn't think was very good, but yeah, queen g6.
So
maybe also
probably for some reason after king c6 there's a dual solution, something like that. No, but it's also queen g6. So I'm not sure why the computer plays king d6.
Strange. I mean, queen g7 also looks to be
well, then your queen h5 idea.
Okay, then it's only queen g6. Yeah, it's simple elimination.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason not to do a check too.
Okay.
Yeah, I probably went queen c. I think I went queen c8 the first time I did it.
Okay, good luck to you in the remaining puzzles. Have to finish.
All right, thank you, Arturs.
Yep. Thank you. It was fun.
All right.
Yeah,
Bye.
good stuff. See ya.
Okay, goodbye.
Okay. This one. Playing is black.
Yeah, so let's see. It's Queen E3 and Queen C1 are the very tempting moves to get F4 with check.
Yeah.
So what's the difference between the two? I think the difference is after Queen E3, King F1, we have Queen F4.
Yeah.
And after Knight F3, there's Queen C1, B2 because the king is on F1.
Queen C1, B2.
And then
just,
G7.
Yeah, that's fork. That's true.
Oh.
All right.
The difference is if we go Queen C1 first, King F2, Queen F4, Knight F3, the king's on F2, and we actually don't have any checks.
Okay. That's true.
So Queen E3 looks extremely strong.
Yeah. So for the first rank, that was a deliberate thing. So if they go, for example, just for sake of argument, this one, King H1.
Yeah, so if they go to H1, if they go to H2, it ends up being the same, but King H1, Queen C1, King H2, there's Queen F4.
So, King H2, Queen F4.
And then we're just grabbing the knight next.
Oh, okay. So that's good enough. Okay, that's true. So Queen 3, King F1, take there, Knight F3, Queen C1.
Oh, but there's Knight E1 and then Queen C4. That's important.
Oh,
Queen
yeah.
C4.
Queen C4. Yeah, they can't go the dark squares because of fork.
Right. But they don't have a choice either.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, this is very tempting to do this one.
Yeah, Queen E3 looks very good to me.
Yeah, I do agree. That one. All right, go King H1.
So now Queen C1.
So Queen F2.
Pick up the knight.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so how to strengthen this attack?
There's a check, but I don't think it helps. Like this check, for example. I don't think it helps.
Yeah, the problem with that is white can do bishop e5.
Bishop e5.
And then if takes, there's always knight takes g5 check.
That's true. That's annoying.
The fact that it's check especially is a big problem.
Yeah, forgot this is a check. The king is right here. So that's a detail. That's a detail.
So that's why I was more inclined towards Queen D6 check, because after bishop e5 we can take with the pawn, and then our bishop covers g5.
Yeah, this one. And we have 2 pieces for the rook, and it should be good. And we maybe have a discovery with e4, something. Like
yeah, we're stopping the e6 pawn well, and our e pawn is strong, and our pieces are very well placed. So that should be winning.
Yeah, so even if they go, like, for example, King G1, there's knight H3 because of the pin.
Right, but that's not so simple, though, because even there, white has King H1. So that's actually a problem.
Well, they go back to F2.
But then King G1.
Okay.
I mean, I see the draw. I don't see a win.
But, black can go knight E4. Oh, no, it's just like, I don't know. I don't know, I'll have to be honest.
H3, King H1. I mean, there's also, we can at various points just play rook g8.
Okay.
Saves
Cool.
a rook, but in exchange, white gets queen d5. So we can do that now. We can do that after bishop d6 check.
Yeah, let's see if it go right now. So the queen goes
d5.
queen d5, yeah. Maybe to clear off d6, we can go. I don't know if we can afford it, but rook d8.
The problem is queen f5 check.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so this one's tricky because our attack isn't clearly conclusive, and white has a lot of play. So this one's just concrete. You just have to work out moves. I'm actually wondering if we can do bishop d6 first. And then if this bishop e5 trick, then rook g8.
Okay, let's preserve the bishop. And if they go queen d5,
then we have f takes e5.
Takes e5.
And we are up a bishop.
Okay, they go. Yes. No, knight e5.
I mean, knight e5, we have the same idea. Or you mean after all that? So it takes knight e5, but then, I mean, we're up a piece there. So we can do something like, say, knight e4.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Block the rook. So maybe bishop e6 is basically debated between this one or this one. But I like this intermezzo, like in between move, where if they go there, rook g8 is important.
It's definitely tempting.
Let's see. This one check. Is there anything else besides bishop b5 as a response?
After king g1, that's the actual win. Knight h3, king h1. Grab that pawn and So we throw in rook g8, queen d5, and then perhaps queen f2. No, but then queen f5 check. Oh, wait, what am I saying? Bishop d6. No, white can't. Bishop d6, white can't do king g1. We have smothered mate. Knight h3. King g1, knight h3, king h1, queen g1. Game over.
This one, there. Oh, yeah, that's true. This one, but yeah, it doesn't matter if they do knight takes or rook takes, knight takes, some other mate, yeah. So, okay, there's no king g1 defense.
Right.
Okay.
So g3, there's just rook g3. Although that's still tricky. Yeah, that should be completely winning though.
Okay, let's say they go e7. Where's the win?
Oh, there's mate there. Knight g4, for instance.
Knight g4. Pawn takes the knight.
Queen f2.
Oh, queen f2. Yeah, okay. That's true. All right, so now that makes me more convinced this one is working. So the critical line is bishop e5, but then we do rook g8.
Yeah, and you just want to grab a piece.
So queen d5.
Just f takes e5.
Yes. And we should be up a piece and no problems. Correct?
Yeah, that looks. That looks winning to me.
Okay.
Okay, so bishop e5 and then g8. And f takes.
Oh, this one.
And here, I believe you just take with the queen, and then you're just up a piece.
Yes.
So after bishop c5, the problem is, I mean, it just generally doesn't look as good because it gives white more play.
Yeah, so I was saying that if they do that, you know, now the piece can take there. Well, they have knight takes there if they want to. So, but yeah, it's just queen takes c5. So purely you
Just
want
much
trade
more.
queens. Is yeah, because you're up material, so why not trade queens? But
Right.
there's no queen b7 annoyances. But
Queen c7 or rook g7. Yeah, that's also good.
yeah, so queen c5. Okay, I'll take the queen.
Now, I'm a bit surprised bishop c5 isn't also winning, but it's just not as good. That much I can tell you without any calculation.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, my first thought was to go for some kind of checkmate with rook h3, rook takes h7, but after rook h3, there's knight g5. And after bishop takes f takes, I do not see a mate. So let's see.
Well, one thing we have as a factor is that if we go there, the queen is attacked, the knight is attacked. So can we play with that fact?
It's a bit annoying for black, but after, say, queen a4, pinning the b3 rook to d1, I wasn't seeing a follow-up.
I see.
So what else is there? Yeah, nothing is immediately conclusive.
Mm-hmm. So the themes are the knight is hanging, and maybe you could do a kingside attack, but I don't see how.
Yeah, I mean, black's king is very vulnerable. If we could play rook takes h7 here, queen h3, h5 would be mate.
Yeah.
And I still think that's going to play in somehow, but the direct approach does not seem to work.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can we? Oh, wait. Can we do so? Rook h3, knight g5, bishop takes, pawn takes, and then queen e4. I was worried about rook f1 there, but we don't have to take it. We just go king g2.
Okay, they go queen 2 as well.
Our queen's on e4 though.
Oh, okay. So that helps.
Yes, and we're threatening mate, so I don't see a great follow-up for black.
Yeah. So there, take there. Queen e4, done the mate in the square. Oh, there's no e6, right?
h6, we can just nab the bishop on e5 because then we're threatening rook takes h6 mate.
Okay.
Rook f1, king g2 again.
I see. So that looks convincing to me.
Yeah, I think that'll do it. Yep, so
Okay.
takes, and you don't take on h7 right away. That doesn't work. But after taking on g5, you go queen e4. Because rook f1, the key is seeing the refutation to rook f1. Yeah, king g2. Yeah, and you just take the rook here. Black doesn't have much.
Okay.
There it is.
Black's
I've done-
moving. Yeah. Thinking is very exposed for him.
All right. I've done this one before at some point. How did it go? Well,
There's no sort of queen f1 help.
the problem is your pieces are in a bind because then there's queen e3.
Oh yeah, that's true. The queen's
might-
connected to that. Yeah. Huh.
That's the problem. Your rook's pinned to the g5 pawn and your queen's tied to your rook. So actually improving your threats is difficult.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing like this.
I mean, it's a move, but so the pawns are equal, and I mean, it looks pretty good. Don't get me wrong. Maybe it's could just
But-
be that, and then f5 comes.
But
So
he
after king
gets-
g3, you go back to e3.
Yeah. Okay. That's true.
It does look strong actually. But
Mm-hmm.
it also gives white a lot of time to defend.
Yeah, that's probably not a good thing.
Let's see some. There's not really many alternatives, actually. There's no other good rook moves.
Mm-hmm.
After every queen move, I see. I mean, queen takes e3, and there's no mate.
Mm-hmm.
King g6, queen c2 is at best a repetition.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
doesn't even make a threat, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just rook a5 to strengthen the attack. Actually, looks very strong.
At least for me, it's only just this move is the only way to just increase your attacking power. So with the f5 available to you if you want.
Right.
So, is my move. I don't know if it's like the best move.
So if white goes to king f3, but then the attack should just be very strong. Something like rook d5 maybe. Oh no, rook d5, rook d4.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
So how do you actually win that? Oh, you have queen f1 and rook e2.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah, I mean it should be rook e5. There's
no more options than that.
right.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah,
h4.
But now f5 should do it. Right.
Okay.
f5,
let's
king
see.
f3 is forced.
Yeah.
And then what's the way?
We're gonna do g4.
g4, king g3, rook
G3.
e3, king f4. Wait, no, there's no g4 because it's pinned.
Oh yeah, that's true. So f5, king f3.
f5, king f3.
Queen
Queen F1, King G3. You have Rook E3 there. No, yeah, you have Rook E3, but King H2 again. Okay, no, so you go Queen F1, King G3, F4 probably. F4,
Yeah.
King H2, and then Rook E2. And that should do it.
There's no defense. Okay. So basically F5, King F3, Queen F1. There's no sort of like things like that. Queen F2.
Yeah, because there's Queen D3.
Yes, that's true. So let's see. Okay, F5, King F3, Queen F1, King D3, F4.
Right, F4.
Yeah, there's no King G4.
So King G4. I wanted Rook E2, but maybe actually that's not so convincing. It's the way to do this. Hang on. King G4. Does not work. So after King G4, what are you doing?
Oh, one. Okay, I was thinking about that. So one
do you
thing.
have...
There's one thing that okay, I forgot. This is pinned. This is pinned. There's no take. There's no HHG because of the pin. I was thinking that maybe F5 and King F3. There. Just take the pawn with the HG pawn, but there's a pin. I forgot.
I think this is tricky. I think the key is after Rook King G4.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see. No, it doesn't even work either. None of those lines are winning. Strange. So there's something else here.
I don't think that F4 is the way to go. To be honest. At least I don't feel it's going to be the right way to go. But for sure, I think that F5 is a move, but After this one, where to go next? I don't know. But maybe not even Queen F1 after King F3. Maybe something else.
Queen takes G5 is a pretty huge threat, though.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out, is there any different moves? But probably there's no way the alternatives.
Strange.
Mm-hmm.
Strange.
So for the process of elimination, there's no good rook moves, there's no good queen moves, so it should be F5, at least for the first move, right?
I mean, assuming there are, in fact, no good rook or queen moves, but
I don't see any rook moves that are good.
F5 is very natural to me.
Mm-hmm. So I'll play that one. So King F3. Okay. This is check.
And again, there's not much else, but after King G3, where was the win?
Yeah, that's a good question. Nothing crazy like F4, but it's probably not helpful at all.
So it takes on G5, yeah.
Yeah, so Clifton one is, for example, just only move I see is reasonable. But at this stage at least. I don't see anything else. Because Queen G5 is an ongoing threat.
Right. Yeah, there's not many moves. But then after King G3.
And this is where the pause starts. F4 check, then King G4.
And you can't allow Queen G5, so there's not many alternatives.
There's no benefit for trading the queens off, right?
Well, Queen E2, he's just going to take G5.
Well, no, I'm just saying that after F4, G4, Queen E2, check. There's no benefit of this because they have this take their check and they have more pawns. Yeah.
I mean, any win here is going to be based on the mating threats.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find out where they are.
Yeah, I don't see a move here besides F4.
Yeah, 4G4. That's the question.
I mean, white doesn't. Queen H1 actually comes to mind for me there. The thing is, white doesn't really have any big threats at that point. Yeah, so it's F4, I'm pretty sure. King G4. G4. And Queen H1 of all moves is tempting, or maybe Queen B1.
Queen B1, yeah, it's a sweep down this way. But they can take with their check.
So Rook G5.
Oh yeah, they just take back with the check, yeah, for sure. But where to go? This way or this way? That's the question. If they're those two things, which is better? Maybe this one because
Queen H1 is the most natural to me.
Yeah.
After h takes g5, rook takes g5, king f3. It looks very bad for white, but
Mm-hmm.
so queen f1, king e4.
Queen f1, king e4. Then we just do queen b5, right? Wouldn't it work? Oh
And then
no,
king
the
goes-
king is e4. Okay, I think it's.
I mean, I think that position is winning, but
Okay, so this is basically the question is this one is an I like queen h1 for sure at my vote.
because queen f5 is not all that threatening. So queen h1, I like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Not
nope.